Next on Picked Up Chat. On Picked Up Chat.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, and I'm back again with another reaction video. And hey, what, you nerds thought I wouldn't? You guys thought I forgot? You guys thought I wasn't aware, perhaps, that there's a new Nightwish music video for their upcoming album coming out sometime later this year? You thought I didn't know? We're getting around to it, boys. Nightwish Noise. No one requested this. Maybe it's a little too new, but I saw it pop up on my feed last week. I hope that even though I'm a week late, you'll all forgive me and watch my video anyways. But yeah, I mean, look, who doesn't love Nightwish? One of the most popular bands that I've ever featured on my channel here. Therefore, of course, the episode is sponsored, hey, by RuneGate Studio. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I don't know what the heck you're doing with your life. We got dope stuff coming out soon. Big things are in the works. Soon, I promise. I don't know, guys, let's just get into it. Noise. Noise by Nightwish. What does this say here? Official music for Noise from the 9th Nightwish album, Human Nature, out April 10th, 2020. Get ready, boys! Nightwish! Kind of starting out like a Behemoth video, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, never mind, tubes. Okay. Oh, there she is. Okay, alright. Interesting first minute of the song. Typical symphonic metal fashion we're hearing from Nightwish here. Very orchestral, very epic. The tone isn't as epic. It's not like very grandiose, or like they're telling an epic or something like that. It doesn't really invoke that huge feeling, but it has the instrumental elements of a symphonic metal track. And you know, symphonic metal can also be very intimate and melancholy. So it kind of can cover the whole range. The music video has some very striking visuals, and I was also paying attention to the lyrics. Let's do the lyrics first. The first verse sang, crave the machine, revere the screen, zoom in for flack and misery, bleed some pixels, shoot yourself, pose for the dead, have a near-life experience in a hot air matrix. Now you're the star, vain avatar, feeding the beast in your loud ego land. You have become tool of a tool, digital ghouls telling you to shut up and dance. Looking at the lyrics, they're a little obtuse, but it's in a good way. But when paired with the video, the visuals are very obviously making a point about everybody being on their cell phones all the time. You know, all these Zoomers running around with their dang screens. So everyone's on their cell phones. Everyone is obsessed with, you know, whatever it is, the social media, the digital life, your online presence and persona. So, you know, craving the machine, revering the screen, being obsessed with your devices. I sound like my mom. And that's not to say that this isn't a serious issue, of course, right? Like, obviously, in 2020, where we are now, like, social media and just the kind of introduction of smartphones, and even going back to, like, the internet, was a huge game changer just for everybody and youth culture and for, well, just everybody involved, honestly. But of course, now you are seeing some of the darker issues with it. People being absolutely obsessed with fake internet points. Speaking of which, remember how I used to give out fake internet points? Here we go again. 40,000. Warhammer 40,000 points to the person who comments who they're cheering for in Overwatch League this season, okay, boys? And it better be the same team as mine. If you cheer for the same team as me, I'll give you a golden crown on top of those 40k points. How about that? Anyways, back to the song. What was I talking about? Fake imaginary internet points. Of course. You see people doing dumb stuff all the time just for some clout online. Social media and the internet has allowed a lot of amazing things to surface that no one else would have been able to see before, and it's also allowed a bunch of dummies, bunch of dummy dum-dums to express themselves in whatever way they choose as well. And that's just the beauty of, I don't know, the freedom of expression, I suppose. I don't know. The line I particularly like is, have a near-life experience. You know, like you're living life through this veil, through a filter in which you have to see it through your screen or through your social media presence or whatever it is. And then you're not actually living. You're too obsessed with capturing what's happening in the moment to actually experience what's happening in the moment. Whoa. The rest of the verse kind of sang similar things, you know, feeding your ego, you become the tool of a tool. Whoa, you're a slave to the machine, to your own machine, following the online commands of internet personalities that you've never met. Speaking of which, everybody like and comment and subscribe to this channel right now. I'm an internet personality, and I'm telling you what to do. Listen to me. Oh, they're ignoring the Mona Lisa. Oh, do you see that? I mean, there's some commentary here, just in the visuals, about everybody doing various things just so they can post on the internet. For example, like the environmental protesters making sure that everybody online can see how good of a person they are for protesting the environment. Not protesting the environment, protesting the destruction of the environment, presumably. And not to say that that's not a good cause, but sometimes you just get those people who are only in it for the internet clout and for the positive reinforcement for their personal beliefs, without really actually doing anything that beneficial. We also had the women taking their clothes off, making sure they're getting in the photo. You know, that's probably, you know, I don't have to probably go on into what that could potentially be saying. I was too distracted by how pretty they were. Sorry, I guess I'm just part of the problem. Please love me, see how I bleed, please endure. I have such empathy in me. How noise, how beautifully numb, deep in the quiet air to have a meaning. Fire carry on, set hologram, lost in the maze. The real and human feel. Sunset is free from this deity. So weird. Okay, also before we kind of keep going on here, we have the line, color a yarn and the crowds will gather. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what that means. Perhaps it's just referring to the fact that, I don't know, anybody doing something remotely interesting can potentially have the potential to build an audience somehow. Chorus is, noise from a sunless world. Your mirror is black, only a copy stares back. At a slave of the brave new world. Noise, to decoy the human voice. Brain insomniac, paranoiac, endless noise. My initial impression is that the noise is just this constant barrage. Online media that we kind of force feed ourselves. We consume it at such a high rate that all of a sudden we have no time for anything else anymore. You know, I often find myself being like, man, where'd all the time go in my day? It's like, oh, well, you know, I probably spent a few hours of my 10-hour day at least probably just looking at my phone, if not more. You know, and then I'm on my computer editing, like it's just like constantly these screens are everywhere. It's hard to find time, or it's hard to make yourself find time to go out and experience other things. Please love me, see how I bleed, please endure, I have such empathy in me. Hum, noise, hum, beautifully numb, tapping the quiet air to have a meaning. By a carrion, sad hologram, lost in the maze, the real and human feel. Sunset is free from this deity. The earth has a real voice. Go out and get in. This verse kind of just gives me the impression of somebody being trapped. Oh, you know, kind of like this baby. Or no, wait, it's a boy now. Oh, it's growing. Oh, he's spending his entire life strapped to the table, being force-fed all this digital media, and it's so much time has passed, he's like now a young boy instead of a baby. That's why I'm the only channel on YouTube that can even remotely discuss Nightwish in an adequate way. I have such high IQ that I was able to deduce what the filmmakers were trying to portray with this image from a singular frame of a video making up of multiple thousands of frames. That's how good at my job. That's how good at my job I am. Wow. I get on these dumb joke tangents that I forget what I was actually seriously talking about. I don't know, being beautifully numb, and then also kind of pleading like, go out and feel things, be human, get outside of this sunless deity that has now become media, and go and experience the world. At least that's what I'm kind of thinking. Oh, it's not a young boy. Oh, it's an old man. Here we go. This is the kind of imagery I like. Black bathtubs, gas masks, ducks. Oh, his throne was a toilet. Oh, because people spend so much time on the toilet with their phones. Oh, and the baby's trapped in the cage of her mother who uses her child to get internet points. Oh, plastic surgery. These shots are reversed. I don't understand. Now he's so much bigger than the table. Now he's an old man. Oh no. Oh, and look how beautiful nature is. Look at it all. There's a quality thumbnail. Okay, so that was Noise by Nightwish. First single from their upcoming album, as far as I'm aware. What did I think? The lyrics in the last bit: feast your eyes on the black mirror, feed the beast, join the gathering, tell a tale, feast of fears is drawing nearer, and then beyond the human horizon, something terrifying sleeps. Potentially a warning of the entirety of the human collective falling into the trap of, I don't know, perhaps just not caring about what's important. What is important? Maybe that's the problem. Nobody knows what's important anymore. We have such a wealth of knowledge and viewpoints and sides and perspectives, and anybody can kind of type out an argument or make their perspective known, that it's hard to really know what you should believe or think, or what, you know, don't believe everything you see on the internet. But that's where most of the people get their information. Interesting message, not one that's particularly new. It was a little heavy-handed here, especially paired with the video and the imagery, really hammering home how everybody just has a cell phone or a smartphone and is obsessed with it in their various myriad of ways. But I don't know. The video looked good. There were some interesting ideas and effects and set pieces and stuff like that in there. The lyrics were good as well. They were poetic. They were interesting. You know, without the video, it would probably be a much more intense ordeal and trying to figure out what they're talking about. Though they also don't really make it that subtle either, because there's a lot of allusions to like just the digital slavery that people subject themselves to. As far as the song goes, sonically, from an aesthetic standpoint, it was okay. Not my favorite Nightwish song I've ever heard. It didn't really have like that signature flair, I feel like, that Nightwish usually brings to their big singles. It sounded like a lot of other symphonic metal songs that I may have heard before. So in that regard, slightly disappointed, I suppose. But overall, I did enjoy the song, so I can't be too mad. Overall, I give it a yep. You know, that was pretty good. You know what? I think that's pretty much all I have to say. If I got anything wrong, or if you disagree with me not loving this song, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you have any other interesting conversation points, leave them down there as well. Don't forget about the Owl team. That's worth a lot of internet points. And hey, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like it. If you like the channel, make sure to subscribe. Of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you on another day. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're all gonna go see the Sonic movie on opening night, like I am. So, goodbye.